Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm Pinky. We got Ron Stradamus in the house on location.
What's up, y'all? What's cracking?
What's going on, partner? Where are we at in the world?
Man, I'm in Detroit, Michigan right now. Actually, in Pontiac, Michigan right now.
Gross.
You ain't lying. It is cold. You know, we live in Colorado normally, Pink Dog, and I'm sitting out here freezing my bum off. You know what? I'm coming here pouting a little bit from our Broncos losing this past weekend, and I just can't even just get over myself. 10-7 is a hard way to go out. What you think about it?
All right. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be your therapist right now.
All right, come on.
You know what the Patriots did? They're really nice guys. They stepped up to take that ass whooping from the Seahawks. So I gotta appreciate them for doing that. All right. Not everybody would be a great guy and take that ass whooping for you. The Patriots are that kind of guy. So I appreciate them.
We took it a few years ago, so I think we learned by experience. So there's that.
Based on the way Jarrett Stidham played, there was no way Stidham was beating the Seahawks.
He could make a pretty good basketball player, though, because he did some definite throwing the ball like this. He could make a good chest pass.
Chest pass? Yeah, he had that solid. I feel like his bounce pass is probably pretty good too. So, so yeah, I'm okay, buddy. I'm okay. It's sad. Man. You only lost by a couple plays, but I gotta tell you, I don't think my heart can take another one of those Super Bowl ass whoopings. So without Bo Nix, I'm cool with it. So I'm all right.
Yeah, and I'm just looking I was looking in the headlines and I saw that some people are looking to make a move to go to the Chargers. So that's another thing. I mean, they're talking about getting Tyreek Hill. They're looking about getting some big moves to try to be competitive and everything like that. But go Broncos. We don't give it up. Yeah, and for those of you those of you that are here already, we're a wrestling talk show, but we talk about everything and we get our life started. I'm Ron Stradamus. That's Pinky. Right now, being in Michigan, I'm trying to talk as fast as I can because it's cold out here, buddy. And there ain't no joke. That ain't no joke, but a heart attack. So thank you and welcome to the show. It's Royal Rumble week this week, guys.
Royal Rumble, baby.
So you're going to be hearing a lot of talk about Royal Rumble this week. And Pinky, what did you think about wrestling this week? What's your thoughts about it?
Oh, man. We got to talk about this weekend, bro. We got to talk about this weekend. To get us started, and I got to tell you, I didn't watch main event live, all right, because I was watching the UFC fights, which were awesome. It was the first UFC fights on Paramount Plus. Man, the main event was a classic fight. It was awesome. So I had to watch this. I had to watch Saturday night's main event Sunday morning before the Broncos game to get it in. Holy moly, man. What a freaking event. The Cena event wasn't even as good as this. Like, this was fantastic. I felt like all the matches fit and all the matches did what they were supposed to do. So I was feeling it. So I wanted to start out with the four-way real quick. We talked about it. We had Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Trick Willie with his lemon pepper steppers. And then we had Damian Priest. You got I don't know if you have the results. Do you still have the list of what we voted on, or is that at home?
No, I do have it. Hold on a second.
Let's see what I'm pretty sure we both said Sammy. I've been drinking a little bit. Excuse me, guys.
Man, that's a normal occasion for you, my friend.
It was a long day, buddy. It was a long day.
That's why I said it's a normal occasion nowadays. Hold on. Let me get to my notes. Normally I have this stuff out, but I forgot about it. So I'm not going to be a long time in this. I Saturday night's main event. It was pretty good. It was better than most pay-per-views that we've been experiencing.
You're muted, Ron.
I said lately our programming that we've been watching hasn't been very good. So it was nice to have a show that had a little bit of some stuff going on that was like, all right, I could see some forest through the trees. It wasn't great. And that's the God's honest truth. It was just
Sometimes I'll take okay, though, Ron. I'll take okay. And okay can be good.
If you take okay, then that's what you'll get forever. You can't ever take okay. Okay, so in the Fatal 4-Way, you had Randy Orton.
Oh, man, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Randy Orton, my friend, and Ron Young had Sami Zayn. So that means 1-0 Ron Young in this particular instance. So there's that.
I don't like that. I don't like them apples, Ron. I don't like it. So I thought this was really good. I liked Trick Williams for his first, we'll call this his first PLE, right? And that guy, man, his entrance is so good. Randy Orton was vibing to his entrance in the ring. Like, that's when you know your entrance is good.
Yes.
When your opponents are even like, yeah, okay, yeah. So, man, everything about this was just a really good time. Maybe Sammy could have won in a little bit different way. His Alua kick, like, it just doesn't do anything for me. Would he hit you with the is it the Blue Thunder Bomb? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the Haluva kick and the Blue Thunder Bomb. Yes,
the Blue Thunder Bomb at least was like, okay. That Halua kick, man, I just like it. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't like that. I don't like that one at all. So, if you had to put a ranking on this match, what would you give it?
6
out of 10.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing out of 10, it's 6.5. It doesn't blow you away, but but there's enough good stuff in there that you're like, yeah, that was good. You know. It's just not going to blow you away. Now,
yeah, it was really predictable, and that's the one thing that WWE programming is really telling me is that they're not using any thought process. The better thought process would have been, let's find out if Trick can go forward, and if his swag is worth the sugar. You know what I'm saying? Because right now he's hot. And I know that they want to put him on a little bit of like a leash to make sure that he's not just hot for the moment. But Sami Zayn, he's in Toronto. Everybody's expecting it. He's going to go to Saudi Arabia, fight amongst the Saudi Arabians. So it was pre-canned to say Sami Zayn would win, which is why I put it on paper. Why you didn't, I don't know. That's your style. My style is I'm watching how the program's being written because I know Triple H and what he's up to right now.
Because I was trying to help Randy Orton get that 15th title. Like, I'm trying to help him.
And bring John Cena back out of retirement to defend his 17th title streak. Is that what you're saying?
That's not happening. He's a man of his word, and I believe him on it. All right, moving on. We have Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day fighting Rio. What'd you think of this, Ron?
You know what? It was a good match, and one of the things that came up in commentary is there was a fan that said that Roxanne Perez is just flopping around, and she went off on him. And that Rhea and Io were making him to apologize to her. So did you hear about that?
I did, yeah.
What are your thoughts about it?
I mean, good heckling is always part of the sport. I would just say that guy probably doesn't know wrestling because Roxanne Perez was pretty damn good in that match, and she looks like she belongs. Like, she doesn't look out of place with the big ladies, right? Liv Morgan's a champ, Io's a champ, Rhea's a champ. They're all main eventers. Roxanne was the one that has not been a main eventer, and she did not look out of place. I was very proud of Roxanne. I think Roxanne's super, super talented. I think she's got a lot that she's going to do in the WWE. And anybody that, I mean, if you want to heckle her for being the bad guy, that's fine.
Right.
The only thing I would say, the only thing I don't like is when she jumps on top of the girls and she starts screaming as she's flailing. I just don't like that. I don't know why. Every time she does it, I'm like, maybe it's because the screaming that she does like pierces my eardrums, and I'm like, like I don't want to hear that. But other than that, she's fantastic.
Yeah, we both had Roxanne and Liv taking the titles, and that actually did not work out. So you're 0 for 2. I'm 1 and 1.
And can we talk about how Rhea did Liv dirty? She didn't have to fold her down like that, bro.
Right. She was like, somehow, some way, Liv got pregnant.
Right? That was so bad. I showed that to Hannah. I was like, you got to see this, honey. Watch this. And she was like, oh, snap.
She's like, don't be getting no ideas, right?
You better be working on that yoga, baby. I'm coming.
I'm coming with it, baby.
So, really good match, fun. I can't help but think this women's tag team division is so stacked right now. Eventually, they're gonna have to start breaking some of these teams up. Like, it's just got to happen. Like, the star power that's in this tag team division right now just doesn't make any sense. Really, it just doesn't.
Well, I think that right now the titles have been so just blah for so long. I mean, ever since the onset of it, I mean, you had Sasha and Bayley were the first inaugural tag team champions, losing the titles to the Iconics, and then on and on and on. And ever since Bayley and Sasha lost the belts, there was just no prestige to the titles. I mean, even when Jade and Bianca had it last year, it was just like they had it, and that was like a good run because they were kind of like the road warriors of the female division, if you will. And they, you know, when they started losing the titles and everything like that, it just was kind of like, well, you know, they're having another girl match and another girl match, and it's just filler. It's exciting to see these women in there, and you're going to have enough people coming back. You know, you have Charlotte Flair, who always is a perennial, I can be a world heavyweight champion at any time. You have Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria and all of these people that are just lagging. Not to mention you got Sol Ruca and all those people that are going to be coming up. So there's a whole division that's going to start to come around by osmosis. These women will start spinning out of the tag team division to make themselves up into the upper class.
Right. So I was going to say, so I do see Rhea and Io losing sometime soon. I just don't think they're going to hold the belt that long, in my opinion.
I would agree with that. I agree that, and probably at Elimination Chamber or something, but they could conceivably go all the way to WrestleMania and fight each other one-on-one for the belt. You know, like they're both the tag team champions, similar to when Eddie and Ray fought against each other one-on-one. So that could be a possibility.
All right. And then let's go to, where the heck did that go? All right. We're going to go to talk about this one here a little bit. This was the surprise. This came out of Friday Night SmackDown. They made this match last minute. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Very good match. Back and forth. It was a replay of WrestleMania 34 when Shinsuke was the Royal Rumble winner, and really good match. The only thing that was disappointing for me is that Shinsuke hasn't been booked very well recently at all, and AJ Styles, for all intents and purposes, is on his way out. So it was like, as good as this was, it was kind of like a nostalgia match more than it was anything else, in my opinion. What do you think?
It was a nostalgic match, and I think it comes back to, we're seeing AJ Styles go on his retirement tour very quietly, right? Friday night, he has or Saturday night he's got this match against Shinsuke. Out of nowhere, Monday he's fighting CM Punk, who he's never wrestled against. Right? So where did that, like, why are all these coming up all of a sudden? Right? And I think that has to come down to he's probably, he's probably getting retired. We'll talk about it. But I thought this was fantastic. I thought these guys did such a great job. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. I am not privy to their previous matches that they've had. I just haven't watched them. So to see this was really good. And I think what made the feeling I got from this match was, holy crap, Shinsuke Nakamura is super underrated and they just don't use him enough.
Right.
Like this was fantastic. I thought I had a blast watching this match.
It was a really
AJ
good
still
match.
got it.
Yep. It was a really good match. My problem with the whole match was just that it's a nostalgia match, and it's not even a nostalgia match that builds either one of them, except for everybody's going to say it was a good match. But 5 years from now, is anybody actually, hold on, 5 months from now, is anybody going to remember this match?
I think if you start thinking about AJ Styles' career, I think you would say, oh, wait, remember that match he had right before he retired for Shinsuke? I think that would be it. Is it like, if you're not thinking about AJ Styles, will you think about it? Probably not, right? But if you're having that moment thinking about AJ Styles' finish and what happened at the end of his career, you're like, oh yeah, remember that match he had with Shinsuke and Nakamura at main event? That was pretty awesome. So I think again, not seeing their matches from before, I really enjoyed it. So, but then again, I didn't see their other matches. Their other matches could have been better. And maybe it's worth me checking out, right?
Yeah, go watch WrestleMania 34. Shinsuke should have won that match, and Vince McMahon didn't book it right. But anyway, on to the next. We didn't have this down on the list for our competition, so it still remains Ronstradamus 1, Pinky 0. Each of us has losses, but you have one more than I do. So good luck.
All right. And then we started the show off with Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. And when Fatu was in the back and he was coming out, his intro is freaking amazing. When he was like, hey, we're live on NBC, coast to coast. I went from EBT to WWE. Cody, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then his music starts hitting, and you see him just walking out. Dude, they had me. They had me. I was like, I'm so ready. Let's go, Fatu. Like, I'm ready for this. Oh, dude. What'd you think?
Man, I thought that the whole setup in the intro was really legit. I mean, Fatu, he needs to be a main eventer. He needs to hold the World Heavyweight title or the WWE Undisputed title. His production and his presentation is amazing. The amount of people that he could fight and wrestle against is just, it's limitless with his potentiality. That's for sure. And his production of coming out to the ring, he just has such great presence, such great ring awareness. And I think that he's one of those people that is definitely a very long-term main eventer in WWE.
Now, I need crazy Fatu, though. I need crazy Fatu. And I need that Fatu that when you beat him and knock him down, like you turn around to cheer the crowd or have the crowd cheer you, and then he's already back up. I need that guy back. Because when he was running with Solo, that's what they kept doing. He would get knocked down. He'd be back up on his feet while the other guy's like, getting the cheers from the crowd. I need that. I need that crazy Fatu back.
He's there. It's in him.
I don't know if you saw this, the internet community, somebody posted, they were super mad about this match, that they paid all this money. Their son wanted to come see Cody Rhodes. And then half the matches again in the concession stands. And, it just wasn't a match it was a match for us on TV, but it was not a match if you're in the crowd, right?
Right.
So my favorite part of this match was when Jacob Fatu was whooping up on Cody and called him a punk ass bitch. I was like, yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that aggression. Let's get back to the Attitude Era. We could say punk ass bitch on TV, and it's not a problem, right? It's wrestling.
They don't say it on Netflix, but they do say it on Peacock. So there's that.
Right?
Yeah.
Peacock, let's go. Peacock. So I loved it. I'm so in on Fatu, man. You know me. I'm in.
Not according to your pick. So your pick was for Cody Rhodes to win.
If there was a win, but there was not.
Okay, I don't have that in the notes. I just have a Cody Rhodes.
Right.
I have DQ, and I said it would be a DQ with Drew McIntyre getting involved, or if they do go to a fall, it would be Cody Rhodes.
Well, there's no fall though, so it doesn't count. It's out.
No, so mine was a DQ. Mine says DQ first.
Well, no, you predicted a DQ, but that doesn't count because nobody actually won the match. So you can't. It doesn't go on either side of the ledger, my friend.
What does that mean? I said it was going to be a DQ.
You predicted DQ, but you said if somebody had to win, it was probably. I believe you said it was probably Cody if somebody had to win, but it's going to be a DQ.
To win, but first right. I said DQ, and then
so we got to throw it out.
This is some American slavery type stuff right here. I'm on the boat. And I'm sitting up here thinking I'm first class, and all of a sudden I find out I was just on the boat.
You know who makes the rules? You know who makes the rules, guys. Come on. You know.
I want somebody to drop a like or comment. We're going to go to the people. So people that are watching this show right now, either now or in the future, I said that it was going to be a DQ, and Pinky says a DQ doesn't matter because his rule was I had to pick a winner if there wasn't a DQ. There was the DQ.
Well, technically,
somebody in the comments, which way should that go? Should I be first class on the boat, or should I be?
It's a DQ. It doesn't count as a win or a loss for either guy. It doesn't count as a win or a loss for either one of us. I'm just saying. That's the rules, Ron.
If there was a DQ.
Well, that's just cool. You're Ronstradamus, and that's part of what you do. But you don't get to count it on your ledger, bro.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable. All right. Well, I'm rolling with the 0. So it was 1-1 for me, 0-2 for you.
That's fair. You're up 1. You're good.
See, that's some Steve A. Smith. That's why his ass is suspended. So there anyway. So we have that. So I got a rant. We're gonna do a Ron's rant right here. So at 22 minutes, 23 minutes, here we go. So my rant is on CM Punk. And so, you know, I have been a CM Punk fan ever since you've known me. I have waved the flag. I've done this. I've rooted for him. I'm not talking about Seth Rollins for the rest of my life and all that stuff, right? Well, CM Punk as the World Heavyweight Champion, you are the worst champion that has ever held that title. And talking about that right now, first of all, you're not defending the title very much, and when you do, it's always some kind of impromptu stuff, with the exception of Braun Breaker. Your matches are limp. Everything is coming out with some kind of everything breaks down in the match, and then you're gassed inside of the match. It's time to hang them up. When you're a professional wrestler, the thing that you're supposed to do, the key word in is wrestle. I used to love CM Punk because he used to put on a great show. He was a great on the mic. He was the greatest in the ring. He was doing all the things, but your time is done past now, brother. And I can't wait till Gunther puts you on his list, because it is time for you to retire and not hold a World Heavyweight Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and not steal so much airtime, because when you're on TV, you're a puppet now. As a puppet, you're not interesting, you're not exciting, you're not doing anything that's bringing any butts to the seats. And as a former CM Punk fan, I'm telling you like this, it's time to hang him up. The Punk that came up that I watched in the indie scene, ROH, all the other different brands that you were a part of was fantastic. But the challenge that we have now is that we're in 2026, and you holding the title and wrestling against AJ Styles, who's also almost 50 years old, and having a run in by somebody's in their mid 40s, it just doesn't appeal to me because you're holding down the younger generation. So my rant is get your ass out of professional wrestling. Go teach other wrestlers how to become wrestlers of the future because your time has passed. When John Cena retired, you should have left with him. That's my rant.
Oof. For you to say that, as the biggest CM Punk fan I know, damn, Ron. I can't even disagree with. I mean, since he's come back, like his go to sleep is probably the worst finishing move that there is. Like it looks awful.
Talking to the fan, he's talking to the fans. Go to sleep about my moves because otherwise you're gonna be pissed off. It's just terrible. I'm watching the match. The match he had with Gunther at SummerSlam was somewhat okay, and him
Oh,
giving.
I like that a lot. I like that match.
It was a good match. But if you look back at some of his work that he's done in the past with Samoa Joe, with MJF, there's just a little missing of the passion. He had a great run with Drew McIntyre in the WWE. He's had a semi-okay feud with Seth Rollins, but for the most part, I'm not saying that he's cashing it in. I just don't think he has it to give, and it's time to hang him up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna wait till the end of his contract, keep collecting his money before he does that. But I appreciate you saying that because I know that's your guy. For you to come out and say that definitely says a lot for sure.
Yep. And so at the end of the day, we just want to be in a space to where we're super transparent with each other. At the end of the day, we want professional wrestling to just be not just a work, but something that really takes us and catapults us to the next level. Because if we're not catapulted to the next level, we're just ultimately just going through the motions. And that's not what we're looking to do. We, as wrestling fans, we got Royal Rumble coming up. We got some exciting things that could potentially coming up. But my concern is that we now have this show in Saudi Arabia. And so we're going to start talking about the Royal Rumble. So Pinky, lead us off.
All right, Ron. Well, like you said, Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. This is the start of WrestleMania season. And I feel like I'm going to stay cautiously optimistic. I'm hoping that we are going to get a much better WrestleMania this year than last year. Because last year's WrestleMania, minus the three-way match with Rollins, Reigns, and Punk, and then Rhea, Io, and Bianca, the rest of WrestleMania 41 is pretty forgettable overall. So I'm hoping they've got much bigger plans, better stories to tell, and we can have some fun in Vegas for number 2 in Vegas. So this is where we start out. We've got 2 matches so far that are announced and scheduled. So we'll go ahead and talk about those for a moment. We got AJ Styles again. He's getting a lot of airtime against Gunther in a retirement match. If AJ Styles loses, he is retired. What do you got?
So we're making our predictions now. So I'm going to get my pen and paper out. What I did with my pen right now, I don't know. And let's find it. Keep talking so everybody's not just looking at me looking for a pen.
Looking for a pen. And of course you probably won't find one because you're looking for one. I am without a doubt, this is AJ Styles' last match in the WWE. So when you do find that pin, you can just mark me down for Gunther. Gunther is going to win this match. I feel like, and this comes back to, again, AJ Styles had done a couple matches here and there throughout this last year. It wasn't every week, but he was getting some time. He just had a match on Saturday, followed that up with another match Monday night. I just don't see a way that he's winning this match. He's going to lose this match. He's going to ride off into the sunset. And hopefully he'll sign a deal with TNA and he'll spend some time in TNA for a little bit and getting that out of his system before he officially retires. Because I feel like he's still got some good matches left, but they will not be in the WWE.
Okay, I'm in agreement with you as far as that I'm Gunther all the way, 1,000,000%.
And I'm conflicted because I still feel like if Gunther, I almost feel like Gunther really has to like whoop the shit out of him. But I don't know if we want to see that, right? But if he's the career kill, I mean, he's the career killer. He's the guy. He's the bad guy.
I think it could be a great match, and I think that at the end, Gunther just catches him in some kind of chokehold or what have you, and then he chokes out AJ Styles to retire him, and then AJ gets the big send off by the Saudi crowd and everything like that, and then they just call it a day.
I mean, have we seen a bad Gunther match?
Yeah, I think that Gunther went prior to his time where he fought with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. I think that Gunther had a lot more edge to him. I think that in recent time, in the last couple years since that match, he's been good, but he's not great anymore. I think that he's got to step up his game. So this will be one of those times to step up his game and just really be brilliant.
Along those lines, do you think the WWE's kind of held him back a little bit from being that guy?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if he's who he is in every match, I don't think he puts on good matches. Because he's going to overpower, he's going to make the other guy look weak. And I feel like they're trying to have him be the big strong guy, the villain, but also not have like the other guy look like a pussy, right?
Well, when you're the bad guy and you're a dominant bad guy, you kind of got to be that guy. Like Ric Flair, he played such an incredible role for so long. He was the champ. He was a bad guy. I'm the kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, jet flying son of a gun. And he was telling everybody he was going to whoop their ass. And he would take a bunch of punishment during the match. But at the end of the day, he was going to put the figure 4 leg lock on you and call it a day. Everybody knew that. Well, Gunther is a lot bigger than Ric Flair, and he can just dominate people. But I find him just flopping around like a limp fish at times. And his situation is definitely one of those to where it's like, I know that he has the capability of being able to be better. I'm just not seeing it right now. And that includes especially with the John Cena match. Like after he beat Cena, he should definitely be dominant. Like that's the kudos that you give to the outgoing champion, is being better for the product after they leave.
And I mean, without a doubt, he's at the moment the best villain possible in the WWE. Like, I don't hate him, but there's a lot of people that hate him. I think I love every Gunther match I've ever watched. Like, they're fantastic. I enjoy whenever he's in the ring. He brings up his opponent. He always puts on a great match. I love watching that guy wrestle. So Gunther for the win. AJ Styles, it's been great, bro. You came out in the Rumble 10 years ago. You're leaving in the Rumble. Peace out.
10 years later. Peace out. Yep. Have a good run. Yep.
All right. The other match that's been announced, as we talked about, Sami Zayn won the Fatal 4-Way to face Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. What's going down, partner?
This is a tough one. And so like my gut instincts tells me that WWE is using a bait and switch, and they're making Sami like he's going to be in his hometown. He's going to be in Saudi Arabia. He's going to win the title, which is going to get everybody up there excited. But I'm picking Drew McIntyre. I'm thinking Drew McIntyre goes on to WrestleMania to defend his World Heavyweight Championship because he has never had that spotlight. And there's a lot of run with either him and Cody or him, Cody and Roman, etc., or him and Roman. because there's a lot of paybacks there. So I can see Drew McIntyre winning straight up.
So I find that the booking of this and what they've already been doing tells you Drew McIntyre is going to win. Go ahead and mark it down. Drew's going to win. And I think Sammy's there to have the Saudi crowd behind him. They love Sammy for some reason. I don't know why. They love him. But Drew McIntyre doesn't get involved in the Fatu Cody Rhodes match if you're not leading to a three-way match at WrestleMania. I think that's where they're going. I think it's Drew, Cody, and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania is what's going to happen. And I don't know if it'll be night 1 or night 2, but I got a feeling it's gonna be night 2. It's gonna be the main event to close the show, and that's where Cody Rhodes will win his title back from Drew, or they'll put it on Jacob Fatu and see what happens, right? But that's where I think Sammy's gonna lose. I don't think he's got a shot, because why did Drew get involved in that match if they're not leading towards something, right? So that's why Drew's gonna win. And I don't want the belt to get off of Drew just yet. I need some more Drew McIntyre with the belt. Every time I think about it, I just see him laying in bed, cuddling his belt like I cuddle mine. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love that about Drew. So, Drew McIntyre all the way. All right.
So let's do you have the Royal Rumble up?
I do have the Royal Rumble up, starting with the females. And you gave me a list of a couple of ladies here, so I wanted to shine some light on them. Starting with one of the ladies you said was returning at the Royal Rumble, which I don't think it's a big surprise to anybody. I think it's a big surprise to most people if you think about it. We have not seen Bianca Belair since WrestleMania in the triple threat match. She has been out since then because of a broken finger. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So, do you feel like the women's division has really missed Bianca Belair?
Yes. Bianca Belair is a superstar. She is the female John Cena. She is incredible at everything she does. Her production, when she comes out to the ring, I'm on my own, got my own stuff. And then she's like doing the twirl around and throwing the hair back and forth. And she's got the girls doing it. She gets in the ring. She's fantastic in the ring. She's pretty flawless. She's like very well skilled in all areas of her match. And she's very, very believable that she's dominant the way she is. So absolutely, I mean, Jade Cargill, which is who I think that they're leaning towards having her have a feud with. She's big and she's massive and she's clunky. Bianca is big and she's massive and she's feminine. She's just great. She glides around the ring with effort, no effort.
That is absolutely true. I'm not even a big Bianca fan, but and I think it's because I just don't like the EST gimmick. I just don't like that. I don't know why it bugs me, but it does. I think it sounds stupid. And that's just me. I don't know why, but it doesn't get me. But I can admit she is fantastic in the ring. She does amazing work. And we absolutely miss Bianca.
Yeah.
So welcome back, Bianca. It'll be good to see you. I'm expecting a huge pop for Bianca, and that should be a good time. I don't think she's going to win, but I do think she'll have a good showing.
I think that either match that she would be a part of would be great. Her against Stephanie Bacquer or her against Jade Cargill would be great matches, because I think she could carry Jade to a great match. And oh my gosh, Stephanie Bacquer versus Bianca Belair, there's an air of like invincibility in both of those women, and it'd be incredible to see those two get down inside of a WWE ring.
I think Bianca and Jade is happening. Like, that's happening.
Correct.
I don't know how they're going to make that happen, but they're going to make it happen.
How they're going to make it happen is with this match right here. Good job. Next.
I don't think Bianca's winning, but the next lady that you mentioned might be returning, and I had forgot about this possibility. Brie Bella returning. Why do you think it might be possible Brie Bella coming back?
Because Nikki came back with a lot of piss and vinegar, and she just really just didn't win. So there, to your point earlier, the tag team division being so stacked with so many superstars, I think the Bellas need to be able to be in there to kind of occupy some space and time. It doesn't hurt them if they have any losses or whatever, or if they have wins, it just builds the brand that much better for the Bella brand. But I just don't see Charlotte, Rhea, and those girls staying in that division. So I think that Brie Bella makes her initial appearance and they ride it out for a couple years, with the Bella twins.
Okay. I will say, I think Nikki Bella has come back and I feel like she's done some good work. She's had some moments that haven't looked great. I will definitely admit that. But I thought she's had some moments that look pretty damn good. So this would be fun to get Bria. I think this would be fun to, like you kind of mentioned, get the Bella twins back in the tag team division, get Charlotte and Alexa out, get Rhea and Rio out. We don't need them there. We want them fighting for for championships, not for tag team titles. Let's see what else we got. So one of the comebacks that this is an easy one. She's ready to go. I miss this girl a lot. Tiffy time. Let's go. It's Tiffy time. And I would put Tiffy as a top 5 possible winner of the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I think WWE really likes Tiffany Stratton. Obviously, she's good looking, and she's put a lot of good work in the ring. And she's a main eventer already. She's she's right there. So, what do you think?
I am not a fan of Tiffany Stratton. I think that she's just got that Barbie girl presence, and for those guys that like her, because I don't even think she's that attractive, honestly. I think that there's going to be people that's their flavor, but I just don't see her as a great wrestler. When she had the title she didn't make the title, and the title didn't make her either. So that
Now,
I want you to hear what I just said.
Oh no, I heard you.
The title didn't make her, and she didn't make the title either. So it was I would have much rather her not have had the title at all than to have somebody that's going to be in a space to where they're walking around with the gold, and it's like I'm indifferent to them. She's a jobber more. She's a jobber more than anything to me.
So I would come to her aid in this statement here, Ron. And most of the time, you're not wrong, Ron. You're not. You know your stuff. I think you're wrong just in this point that who did they have to put against her during her title run to really make that impact? Nobody.
Well, they had Charlotte Flair, who they'd wrestled at WrestleMania, and they hated each other during that part of it, but they could have made that into a feud. They did it anyway with all of the other people that they had her fight against. So who did they have? They have the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
They had Naomi and Jade. Those were the only 2 girls that really went after Tiffany during her title run, which was almost a year in this case. I don't think that's her fault. I think that's WWE's fault by not having a better SmackDown women's division. And primarily probably because, one of the main things was Bianca was out during that whole time as well. They didn't continue the Charlotte Flair feud, which they could have, because that was I think you'd agree that was a pretty good match overall.
But they could have had Julia. See, the thing that disinterests me about WWE programming from time to time, all the time, is they have no continuity of booking. Like, everybody's goal should want to be the world's heavyweight champion. And if nobody wants to be the world's heavyweight champion, that is a big indoctrination on the creative team that their titles don't mean anything. And that's the reason why it's like, okay, well, you got a Barbie girl with the title. Put somebody on there that like, I want to fight somebody, and every week they're challenging somebody to fight or whatever until they get somebody to fight them. Tiffy didn't do that for me as the champion. It was kind of like one of the most boring title runs, and they're doing that to Stephanie Vaquer right now.
Right.
Stephanie Vaquer is also like a powder puff right now, that they're not giving her anybody to fight against.
Is that Stephanie's fault or Creative's fault? Is that Tiffany's fault or Creative's fault?
Because
I'd say it's Creative's fault, not Tiffany's fault.
Tiffany's fault is that she's just a Barbie girl. Like, who wants to fight the Barbie girl? Stephanie Vaquer's fault is Creative's, because they have a superstar there.
Everyone wants to fight the Barbie girl. The whole locker room wants to fight the Barbie girl. Believe it. There's a lot of jealousy in that locker room, and you know it. There's a lot of girls that want to fight that Barbie.
The Barbie girl lost to beat Nia Jax. The Barbie girl ain't beating Nia Jax.
Well, I mean, she cashed in on Nia Jax. I wouldn't say. I mean, and I think she defended the title against Nia Jax. And I will say, I think you're not giving her credit. That one match she had with Nia, that was a street fight match, was actually pretty darn good.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yes, for sure.
So I think you're hating on Tiffany a little bit for things out of her control, when creative and the booking are not trying to make her a fighting champion or giving her adequate challengers as well.
So creative doesn't have anything for Logan Paul to be world heavyweight champion, but he would be the perfect world heavyweight champion. Logan Paul and Tiffy Time are the same character. So it's better for her not to have the title, which is what you're bringing up to me right now, that she should get a chance to win the Royal Rumble so she could go on and fight at WrestleMania for a title.
I think she could win the Royal Rumble. She's not one. I would put her in the top 5 possibilities to win the Royal Rumble, because she comes back. She's only lost once. She lost in a squash. They're gonna want to put somebody's got to fight Jade at WrestleMania. I don't think they're taking the belt off Jade till WrestleMania, so somebody's got to fight her. What it's going to be, Bianca or Tiffy. Like, one of those two ladies is going to be fighting Jade. It's happening. All right, we got to move on. One of the other ladies that you mentioned has a high probability to win the Rumble, and I was super happy because I love me some Liv Morgan. Tell the people why you think she might be a top contender to win the Rumble.
Because she was out for a long time in 2025, and she's come back. And when Raquel doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship for the women coming up here soon, I think it's a great way to reestablish Liv as the dominant player inside of the game by having her fight Stephanie Vaquer, because Liv brings all of the personality, the sexiness, the just cunningness and everything that you want in a professional wrestler, and brings it to light. So I think that having her with the belt, having beaten Stephanie Vaquer, however they go about getting that done, would be a great feather in her cap and a great way to launch 2026 beyond WrestleMania in a way that just gives us like the right character, the right person holding the belt, somebody that can hold the belt with class, that can actually wrestle and do all of the things that make it so that we're really excited about seeing her progression again as a heel professional wrestler.
I just think about all the stories we can do. When Liv Morgan got hurt the first time, and then she came back and did the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour thing, and she mentioned it. She was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and they had a really great conversation. And she talked about when she came back, she had kind of figured out who her character was. And she leaned into it 1,000%. And now she is one of the top heels in the game. It's fantastic. So I just think of all the stories. She wins Royal Rumble. She beats Stephanie Vaquer. And then the next thing you know, Raquel Rodriguez is jealous and she wants, like, they're fighting. And they've been best of friends, right? And that's always some of the best feuds, right? Best of friends, tag team, 4-time tag team champs, and now they're fighting against each other. Or you can even Raquel can fight her and then Roxanne can fight her, right? It's awesome. There's so much that can happen.
Yeah, there's a lot to be written there for sure.
If I was predicting or putting money on it, Liv Morgan would be the one I'd put money on to win the Rumble. I think it just makes too much sense. So that would be
so
it.
is that your pick?
I don't think, I mean, there's 30 competitors. Are we making a pick?
Yeah, we're making a pick. We're making a pick.
I mean, most likely we're going to be wrong, but I would pick Liv Morgan to win the Women's Royal Rumble. She's also been runner-up multiple times, so I just feel like this is her time.
So I have a couple of different scenarios. So I'm picking Bianca Belair, and I'm picking also that Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan go out at the same time so that they're co-winners of the Royal Rumble. But my pick is that Bianca Belair is the winner. But I'm thinking a scenario of where, very similar to when Lex Luger and Bret Hart went out at the same time, and they both landed on the feet at Royal Rumble. I think the same thing could potentially happen between Liv and Bianca.
To what end, though?
What's that?
If they both hit the floor at the same time, then they're. I mean, neither one of them won. So what's the?
They would both get to choose who they wanted to fight, and so they would have some kind of match at the Elimination Chamber to say who's going to get a chance to fight what champion. They get to choose what champion they have. So Liv would win and pick Stephanie Vaquer, and then Bianca would fight Jade Cargill.
But the winner of Elimination Chamber is the one that gets to pick the other person, so that doesn't quite work. I'm
just kind of throwing it out there.
I feel like you're trying to hedge your bet, Ron, but we'll let
No,
it slide.
my bet is Bianca Belair. Bianca's going to win it.
All right. I'm going to mention this, but she's not my pick, but I am going to mention it because I think there's if I'm picking the top 5, she's going to be in it. I do think there's a chance Alexa Bliss can win it. And I think it's a chance because that would get her back into the main event scene, which would then possibly get Charlotte Flair jealous, and we would lead to that eventual breakup / feud. I feel like that's got to happen. We got to get Rio broken up. We've got to get Alexa and Charlotte broken up. This would be one of the ways to start down that path. So, and Alexa Bliss is awesome. All right. Moving on to the men. I think we're all ready. I think we're all in agreement. This is happening, right?
Break the walls down. Number 30 or number 20. One or the other.
This is happening for sure. He's coming back. Now, another guy that you mentioned as a comeback that I'd love to see. I think the chances of this are very small because usually there's reports of a guy back at the PC getting ready. And I don't think we've heard any of that, but Kevin Owens. I've missed Kevin Owens a lot.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it, but God, Kevin Owens against Cody, Kevin Owens against Drew, Kevin Owens smacking around Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens fighting with Solo, like whoever. I just feel like Cody or Kevin would put on great feuds and matches with whoever he's deciding to fight that week. So I miss that guy. Any chance he comes back?
I think Kevin Owens comes back. I think that he and Randy Orton get into some kind of fracas because they had that before he left. And I think that that's what's going to happen is you're going to see Kevin Owens come back and he and Randy Orton are getting get their WrestleMania match set up.
All right. Now, I don't know if you mentioned him as a comeback or as a possible winner. But LA Knight is technically coming back because he's been out since early December, I believe, is when he got tsunami'd.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been out ever since, which he deserved a break. He put on the most matches of any male performer last year, 70-something. So he deserved a little bit of a break for the holidays. Were you thinking he's coming back, or were you thinking he might be able to win it?
So he's in my top 2 possible winners, coming back and winner.
Okay. And I just deleted a picture. Who was your winner? Who are you predicting to win it all?
So my winner, Roman Reigns.
Okay. That's the picture I just accidentally deleted. So let me get that back for us, because I had a good picture too. It was good. Roman Reigns. So let me ask this question of you, Ron, and I don't disagree. He's a great candidate to win. Why would you say that he's your pick to win the Rumble? Like, why does this make sense?
He's the greatest of this era. He's backed off ever since he lost the title at WrestleMania 40. And he's brought other people back up. And I don't think he has too much longer to have a run. So if you're ever going to have a chance to put the title on him or put the aura of the tribal chief out front, there's got to be a road for him to take towards WrestleMania. And there's no better way than to go through WrestleMania. I think that he's not held the World Heavyweight Championship title belt. And I think it would be a great rematch with him and CM Punk at WrestleMania for said title at in the main event of WrestleMania.
Okay. So there's a couple other guys to talk about real quick before I give my winner. I wanted to talk about, is there a chance that Cody Rhodes ties Stone Cold Steve Austin for the most Rumbles won at 3?
That would be a slap in Stone Cold Steve Austin's face. No, there's no way. I think that Cody loses the Royal Rumble. I think he gets into the Elimination Chamber and somehow wins that. I think that'll be another road for him to go. I don't think that they would. If they gave Cody Rhodes a Royal Rumble win, I would definitely feel like Stone Cold Steve Austin may come out and stunner him like 1,427 times in 13 seconds. You know what I mean? He would seriously hurt him.
So I don't think Cody's going to win. I do think Cody's going to last a while. He might be the Iron Man this year. I do think Cody's going to be number 1. I think he's going to start the Rumble. I don't know who he'll start the Rumble with, but I do think he's going to start the Rumble. That's one of my predictions, is that he'll be one of 1-2 in the Rumble. Is there any chance that Randy Orton wins the Rumble?
Not without Cody Rhodes being champion.
Okay.
There's just nothing for him to do that's going to be on the ledger of him versus CM Punk. I don't think anybody's really wanting to see that too much. And
no, not at all.
Him versus Drew McIntyre, there's no build for that, you know?
Okay. All right. What are your expectations for Oba?
I think he breaks the Royal Rumble record for the amount of people thrown out. I think that he's going to come in at number 3 or 4, and I think he's going to throw out something like 16 to 20 people out of the Royal Rumble.
I'm so excited, buddy. So if anybody's in town and they want to come over for my birthday, you're welcome. Come on over. I was
just getting ready to hit that. Why are you self-promoting your birthday? You freaking, you're like, acknowledge me.
Oba will get one of the biggest pops in my house because I will be chanting, Oba, Oh, but I'm excited. I'm ready. I am ready. All right. You said Roman. I'm going to give my pick for the Rumble winner. And then I've got one more guy that I wanted to talk about. So it's too easy. You're going Roman. I'm going Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's winning the Rumble. The entire vision is in the Rumble. This is either going to be really good for Braun or, yeah, he'll get thrown out pretty easily. One of the two. But I do think Braun. I think Braun versus CM Punk at WrestleMania is a main event night 1 match, and I see that happening. So that's who I got. Any thoughts on that? I mean, he's got to be in the top 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in the top 5. I just think that because they already did Punk and Breaker, I just don't see that match happening again at WrestleMania. I think it could be a SummerSlam type match with someone who's the new champion or whatever. And I think that new champion could be Roman Reigns. And I think it would be nice for him to take the title off Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But I'm talking a little bit ahead of myself there.
Right. All right. The last guy I wanted to mention. And I'm thinking this guy is going to get the biggest pop at the Rumble. And everybody's going to be shocked. Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson's new intro theme. It's so good. The crowd loves it. That song is hot right now. I think Kit Wilson is going to get one of the biggest pops of male or female performers at the Rumble.
Does he win it?
No. There's no chance Kit Wilson wins. It's possible Kit Wilson might get one of the faster eliminations of Royal Rumble history, but he will get one of the biggest pops because people love that song. It's catchy. It's fun. I think people are really getting attached to this new kind of character / presentation of Kit Wilson. So I thought I'd bring that up.
Awesome. And last but not least, we still got the visionary, the icon, Seth Rollins, that also may be coming through. So keep your eyes open. You know, we
could be a work. Could be a work.
Right.
He did say on a recent interview there was no chance he would be in the Royal Rumble.
There was no chance that he was hurting his knee at Saturday night's main event. Oh, Rostradamus called it. So there's that. So everybody, we super duper appreciate you guys coming and watching Smack Talking Raw. That's Pinky, and I'm Rostradamus. Keep coming and checking us out. Drop a like or comment and get engaged. This is your show. We're just a couple wrestling fans that talk about professional wrestling. I'm the person that always hates on it right now because for 41 years I've watched this product and I've never seen it be worse. But eventually I'll be talking about it and I'll be like a fairy tale. Hey, we're in the mood and once upon a time and 16 other things. So if you don't like what Smack Talking Raw is bringing, we got 2 words for you. Hit my music. Suck it!
See you next week.
Yeah. Smack Talking Raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream. Cena hit the ring, you can see me theme. See a Punk pipe bomb, truth getting told. Stephanie Vaquer in the ring looking bold. Pinky's on the mic, Ron's got the play. Dropping hot takes every single day. Mike's blaze, crowds wild, energy tall. Monday night vibes, we bring it on. From the top rope talk to backstage brawl.